What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything you need to know about the upcoming Air Jordan 13 Red Flint and how to cop them. So first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Now let's go ahead and hit on the basic info for this release before we move on. So the Red Flint 13s are going to be set to kick off the month of May on May 1st, releasing at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the Sneakers app, and then on some other sites that we're going to get to in just a second. And then right now, this is not set up to be a Sneakers draw, so just make sure that you're ready to enter your size at the release time, depending on what time zone that you're in. And then going ahead and looking at pricing, the retail tag does meet the standard $190 that the Jordan 13s follow most of the time. And then this is going to be an extended sizing release with big kids at 140, little kids at 80, and then toddler all the way down at 60, which will give you a decent chance at this release. But that pretty much covers the date and the time, so let's take a closer look at the overall design and the reason for the hype on these shoes. Alright, so no collab or anything on these to add to the hype, but the Jordan 13 model does pretty decent by itself anyways. But I actually really do like this red Flint color scheme on these shoes. You know, you have a lot of that upper covered in that gym red look, and then the Flint gray and the white touches just combine for an overall good look, I think. And I was looking at the Jordan 13 Starfish, which is like the orange color scheme for these 13s, and I'm pretty confident that I'm going to like this red Flint pair better in hand. But, you know, even with that being said, the Jordan 13 model hasn't ever really been something I personally have been super drawn to. And, you know, I've pretty much touched on everything else for the design, so let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so for raffles and reservations, the release is still a little ways out, so there aren't going to be a ton of options at this moment. There are some in-app reservations available on like the Footside apps like Hibbett Sports, Champs, Foot Locker, so be sure to check those out. And then as more raffles open up and close, just keep an eye on the how to cop portion of our website, www.shoeware.co, where we will be updating those raffles daily. And then you can also always come back to this video and click the blog post link in the description. That's just another way to get there as well. But now I'm going to go ahead and let Chase take over so he can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like, and then your best chance on how to cop a pair.
Thanks, Landon. All right, now I'm going to tell you what sites are dropping these Flints and at what time. So if you haven't heard, everyone, and I mean everyone, is releasing these shoes. Even Adidas is actually releasing these shoes. I'm just joking. But starting off at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you have Champ Sports, DTLR, East Bay, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Foot Action, Hibbett Sports, JD Sports, Nike Sneakers, and lastly, YCMC. Now, at the time of this recording, these are the only confirmed websites, but in the description, we're going to leave a link to our blog post where we're going to update the retailers as soon as we know. But moving on, let's look at the average sale prices on the aftermarket. Now, as a disclaimer, the prices you see could change as we move closer to the drop, but also in the blog post, there will be links to all the marketplaces for you guys to check out closer to the release date. But starting off at StockX is at an average selling price of $360. Goat's sitting at $315, eBay is at $300, and Flight Club is at $305. For stock, these are going to have a very large amount of stock regardless. I think it's just because there are already so many retailers that have already announced that they're going to be releasing them. So now I definitely could see the stock being well over 50,000 pairs and maybe even up to 100,000. Now for my resale prediction for these Flints, I predict that these 13s will be at $250 to $275. Now that's going to net you a profit anywhere between $10 to $20 per pair depending on which size you cop and where you sell. For drops like this, I recommend focusing on Foot Locker and its sister sites, Finish Line, JD Sports, and Hibbett Sports. All these sites have a queue-based system which helps out when it comes to people using bots, and those sites usually carry a good amount of stock. Now, if you aren't able to sit and wait in those long queues, make sure to enter in the Nike Sneakers app. As a quick reminder, make sure you visit the app before the drop, click that notify me button so you don't miss that 10 a.m. drop time. Should you hold or sell this red Flint colorway? Before giving you my opinion, I'm going to assume that you're going to be holding onto these for more than 3 months. Now, my recommendation is to sell these retros. I recommend on selling simply because I don't see the value rising anytime soon. Now, comparing the blue Flints that dropped last year, they still haven't even broke the average sale of $300. Even though the resale value probably won't rise quickly, I do not see these sneakers breaking anytime soon. So as a quick wrap up, definitely sell when you can and try to maximize your profits by either selling locally or taking advantage of eBay's 0% sneaker fees.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for episode 30 of How to Copy the Air Jordan 13 Red Flint. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. And for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, click the link in our bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment and interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, peace.